It's time to do the first Big 12 power rankings of the season. I'm CVB. This is Kenny J. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, tell your friends. Go Cats, yes sir. Consider joining the channel as well. Let's take a look at the conference standings before we do our picks here.
I don't think we're in a position to be giving power rankings, Steve.
You know what? We're going to do it anyways, Kenny.
We're going to do it anyway.
Houston's in first, followed by Arizona, Texas Tech, Iowa State. That's a clear top four. The next bunch is BYU, Baylor, KU, and West Virginia. And then after that, you have UCF, Utah, TCU, K-State, Arizona State, Oklahoma State, Cincinnati, and winless Colorado. Let's go ahead and get to our first official power rankings of the Big 12 season. Decided to do it now. We're halfway through the season. We have a lot more data, not just from the non-conference, but halfway through the season. We're going to go 16-1 starting at the bottom. Yes, you can see that I flip-flopped it from football season if you guys were watching back then. So I think it's pretty obvious for both of us who's number 16.
KU. Sorry. Yeah, Colorado. KU's getting strays, man.
Yeah, well, you know they deserve it.
They deserve it.
Yep. And then I think after that, you got to go with team that's basically mailing it in. Cincinnati, that's 2-8 in the conference.
Yep.
Okay, that's what you're going with as well. Okay.
Yep, Cincinnati for me all the way.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
This is where things get a little interesting. Who do you think is better between the next group of teams? Oklahoma State, Arizona State, K-State, TCU, or Utah?
I'm going to go ahead and say, wait, didn't Utah just play? Who did they just play? They lost.
Yes, they did. Utah lost to, I'm pulling it up right now. They lost to Oklahoma State. 81. 81.
I'm putting Utah at 14.
Dude, you were reading my mind. I was going to go Utah as well.
And then I'll put Oklahoma State after Utah.
See,
remind me again why Utah joined the Big 12.
They haven't provided anything, man. They have not provided anything this season in football or men's basketball at all. They provided nothing.
Yeah.
No bowl games.
Nothing. What a waste.
I'm gonna go Arizona State.
Oh man. Okay.
And then I'm gonna go Oklahoma State.
Yeah. I'll put Arizona State at 12.
Okay.
And at 11, I'll go UCF.
Okay. I'm gonna go TCU at 11. And then I'm gonna go UCF at 10.
Okay. UCF at 10 for me. TCU at 10. Sorry.
We essentially have the same. It's just we're just flip-flopping a couple teams.
Okay. Flip-flopping teams. Yeah.
Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. I've held off long enough. K-State right now is the gatekeepers of the top half of the league. I mean, they're 10-11 for a reason. They've lost a bunch of close games, 5. They could be 15-6 if they would have won every single close game. But I mean, a team that's 4-6, 10-11 overall, I can't have them in the top half. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ignore what happened in the beginning of the season.
Nope, you can't.
What they're doing right now in the last 2 weeks is phenomenal, but there is just not enough wins in the win column for K-State to be any higher than 9. So I'm going to go K-State 9. I'm going to go West Virginia 8.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
Even though K-State beat West Virginia.
Right, but they have a better overall record. They play better overall. They probably just had one bad game. K-State's in a group right now. They are.
Oh man.
I'm going KU 8, and here's why. They've lost 3 out of 4. They lost at home to West Virginia. They also lost at Iowa State. I mean, those are two teams.
And Houston beat them at home too.
And Houston beat them home as well. I mean, those are a couple games that, and they lost at Baylor. I mean, shoot, dude, they've lost a bunch of games. West Virginia beat them in their own house. I got to put them above KU.
But do you think that KU is actually worse than West Virginia, or do you think that they just had a couple bad days?
I think KU is better than West Virginia overall.
Right.
But as of right now, if we're looking at how they're playing right now, which is how we're ranking them, we're not like, I mean, if we were ranking them overall, I mean, like, yes, we kind of are, but also how they're playing right now. I mean, we would put K-State 12 or 13, right? So I just think right now West Virginia.
Overall, I mean, I think K-State is better than a lot of the teams underneath them.
Yes,
It's
I
just
agree. If they
they
still win close games.
yeah, it's just the story of the ball just didn't go. It's like the story of KU of football, like where
Yeah,
they were
I agree.
extremely talented, but they just couldn't find ways to win. They were finding every way to lose. So I'll put oh man, I don't know, dude. I think KU has is the more talented team.
I agree.
But they again, I'll say I don't know. People might think I'm crazy, but I'm going to go Baylor then KU.
Baylor just okay. All right, Baylor just beat them.
I know. They just crushed them, but they were like if you looked at the first half of that game, I know you have to have there's two halves of basketball, and but they were at home. I feel like if this was at Allen Fieldhouse and KU went up 20 points in the first half, I don't know if Baylor would have made a crazy comeback like that.
Right.
KU definitely let up for some reason, and I don't know what's going on with them, but they're flopping all over the place, making these random plays. Let's go BYU 5 for me.
Yeah, I mean I agree. I agree with that because I don't think they're better than any of the teams in the top 4. They could be. They could.
I think if I'm a BYU fan and I'm watching this rankings, I'd be stoked. Sorry, I'd be effing stoked. Sorry, I'd be effing stoked at number 5.
Oh my god, I'm gonna try to bleep that out on the.
My bad.
They had to wash your mouth out with soap.
I need to go
or a donut bar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Texas Tech at number 4, even though they just beat Houston. I think they're good. Not
of all the teams that dropped the F-bomb, the Brigham Young University,
the Mormons.
That's great. I'm gonna go ahead. I think you're right with Texas Tech. I think they're a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to overreact. They beat Houston. That's a big deal. I don't want to overreact. I think Texas Tech is at 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the things that are interesting. I'm gonna go Arizona number 3. Even though they beat Iowa State in overtime, they had to get a half-court shot to get there. Did you say same?
Yeah. There was literally a 1% chance that they were going to win that game.
Yeah.
It was like 1.5 chance.
If that game is at Iowa State, I think Iowa State wins that game. I think Iowa State's in a slight bit of a funk, losing 2 straight right now. But I still think, I mean, they were ranked number 3 in the country for a reason. I mean, I think they're very, very, very good. They won the Big 12 conference tournament last year, beating Houston. I think they're really good. I got Iowa State 2 and Houston 1.
Yep. I think you and I have the exact same top 5.
Okay.
It's hard to disagree here with this top 5. I mean, you could argue that KU might make a way up there as like maybe the 4th best team overall. If I were to project the season ending, I think KU makes it up to the top 4 if they figure it out. I'm hoping K-State climbs.
Get in that top 8, get in that top 6 somehow. Try to get to 13 or 14 Big 12 wins.
There's no way that if you get to the conference championship, the Big 12 championship, and you get to the finals, I mean that's pretty amazing if that happens for K-State. But realistically, look, that's a pipe dream. But realistically, like you said, if they could finish like in the top 6, that would be so amazing from where they started the conference play. I mean, it would be an astronomical comeback season for this program. And honestly, you know, this program kind of needs it, you know, after what happened last year, and it just seems like it has carried over to this year, and we're starting to see a little bit of light. Um, you know, hopefully it's not fool's gold, Steve, but everybody else, we're pretty much spot on. Bottom three, spot on.
I mean,
We
we're
have a
only off
little,
by one on all of these except for KU, and I only put them at 8 because of how they're playing right now. I think they are better than that.
yeah,
I think they're probably a top 6 team, like you said. But outside of that, I mean, you and I are pretty spot on with
yeah.
these. So
It's hard to disagree with your rankings. You know, I
it's hard
mean,
to disagree with yours.
yeah.
So
There we
but
go.
we'll try to do this, you know, every week or two as we get more into the basketball season, as we get more data on these teams, and as some teams start to, you know, lay down like Cincinnati and Colorado have been doing. So that
That's
is
right.
the Big 12 power rankings post February 1st and February 2nd games.